day everyone, for today's video we will be going to tackle about the lesson in the chapter 10, which is creating a positive school culture. So, what is the meaning of school culture? School culture is one of the most complex and important concepts in education. It generally refers to the beliefs, perceptions, relationships, attitudes, and written and unwritten rules that shapes and influence every aspect of how a school functions. So school culture encompasses how things are done while the process of education is being performed. So it can include clothing, religious beliefs, the diversity of the students and teachers, and etc. Or it can be a positive and negative school culture. So an example of positive school culture is it places or there is a high respect or diversity in academic integrity and teachers and students. Meaning, a teacher to students creates a well-organized culture. So conversely, the negative school culture is the opposite of the positive school culture, which is there is a disrespectful and disengaged with academic. So next is this culture as a social construct. So culture is a social construct, not a genetic construct. This means that school culture is therefore something that we do not inherit or pass on through the genes. Rather, it is something that we create and shape. So, it's simply stated that kung unsay imong gipiling nga culture, environment, that means it is an implicit agreement through the teachers, through his students, about what environment they want to live in and how they shape their desired culture. Example for this is a teacher making a rules in the classroom to his or her students, and that rule is the implicit agreement because it can create a positive culture to his or her students inside the classroom. Next is the school climate and school culture. So how does these two differ from each other? So these terms are frequently used interchangeably, but school climate is more relational. So school climate refers to the school's effects on students, including teaching practices, diversity, and the relationships among administrators, teachers, parents, and students. So school climate refers to the overall atmosphere, whether it is in physical and emotional safety of the students and the teachers. For example of this is there is a respectful connections between the teachers to his students. So that situation, it can foster a sense of trust and mutual respect. On the other hand, school culture refers to the way teachers and other staff members work together in the set of beliefs, values, and assumptions they share. So it encompasses the shared values, beliefs, and practices with the teacher and the students. Example is the collaboration with the teachers to the students to work on the common goal, such as there is a competition nga they share their attitudes nga dapat kana nga goal is makuha na nila, like naa sila cooperation and collaboration sa usa ka team as a team. The role of school culture in learning. So school culture can be positive or negative or toxic. A positive school culture fosters improvement, collaborative decision-making, professional development, and the staff and student learning. A negative school culture fosters the opposite. So, school culture plays a crucial role in learning by shaping the environment in which teaching and learning takes place. Example for this, the role of the school culture in learning is such as sense of belonging, where dapat walay ma-left out, dapat tanan ma-engage sa usa ka room. And motivation and engagement, it's a must, especially for the teachers to motivate his or her students. Relationship, every interaction towards each other, as a students and as a teachers, and behavior and discipline in regulating the attitudes of the students and the emotional well-being of the students and the teacher. Now, let's move forward to the elements of a positive culture. First is collegiality. What is a collegiality? So, the school atmosphere is friendly. You work in an atmosphere where responsibility and authority are shared by everyone. So, and the first element in collegiality is it encourages that kanang kamutanan is you are working together, and it can foster a sense of belonging. No one will left out, and dapat kamong tanan is kanang as what I've said earlier nga kanang you are belongingness as a class or a team. For example, if your school is implementing an activity which is the tree planting, so everyone, including teachers and students, are encouraged to participate in that activity, and dapat kamong tanan is kana you are together as a class or a team. Another example is kanang Christmas party. So walay dapat nga estudyante nga kanang ma-left out, ma-out of place. Dapat tanan is malingaw ra in the different activities nga kanang involve ana nga party. So that is the idea of the first element, which is the collegiality. The second element is experimentation. So what is experimentation? The atmosphere encourages experimentation and so will welcome mistakes as part of the learning process. No student, no teacher gets punished for a mistake. So in the second element, experimentation, meaning failure is necessary as part of the innovation to a student in the learning process, and it is okay to take the risk. For example, a child has the freedom to choose their learning paths based on their interests and capabilities. So it allows them to explore and innovate for personalized learning experiences. So that is the second element of a positive culture, which is the experimentation. The third element is the high expectations. So, it has been said one's level of achievement is always lower than one's level of aspiration. So, set high expectations for high achievement. So, in this element, meaning ikaw as a teacher is you are believing in the capabilities and skills of your student. Example for this is ikaw as a teacher mo ana ka, we could work on this, or we could work on that, or what do you like to work on? So as students are empowered to make progress in their learning, and they will set their expectations to meet the expectations of the teacher. So that is the high expectations, which is the third element of the positive elements of the positive culture. The fourth element is the trust and confidence. Students, teachers, school heads, and parents relate well and work well when relationships are solidly built on trust and confidence. In fact, honest and open communication is possible only when there is trust and confidence in each other in the school community. So in this element, it is the assurance that students, teachers, administrators, and parents trust each other to support academic and personal growth. So for example is a teacher feel empowered to try new teaching methods without fear of criticism from others. Kay kani is nakakuha sila og support sa ilahang colleagues, which is maka-benefit ang both teachers and students. So, naay trust and confidence between the teachers, students, as well as the parents to create a positive environment in a classroom setting. Let's move forward to the fifth element, the tangible support. Everyone in the school community gets concrete support for the good that they do. Support comes in not just in words but in action. Schools had sees to it that LCDs in the classroom are functioning. So tangible support meaning the faculties as well as students can receive support each other including teamwork and time. By this, it will create a sense of unity na ay pagkahiusa sa usa ka school. Like for example, the department or like the organization provides a well-functioning like kanang kuan baron like TV baron sa kanang isig ka room and for a certain activity, offering mentorship programs for students. So another example is kadto ang Kaugmaran Festival nga na-held sa VSU Main Baybay, which is to do support gud ang ato ang chancellor ato and other faculties and staff that leads to nahakot ato ang mga awards as well as the overall champion of the said festival. So by that, naatay ka ng tangible nga support gikan sa faculties and staff, sa mga performers, and also sa tanan nga involved ato sa VSU Isabel campus. So that is one of the example of the tangible support which kanang results to a positive culture in a school environment. The sixth element, which is reaching out to the knowledge base. Teachers care to grow professionally to update themselves on content knowledge and pedagogy, the first domain in the Philippine professional standard for teachers. So in this element, it is the importance of the teacher's content knowledge across curriculum areas. So diri sa sixth element is diri ana ang mga teachers and how they interact their kanang students, how they manage their classroom setting, their teaching strategies, and as well as their lesson plans. So, bale organizing a classroom environment to provide a positive school culture.
Good day everyone, I am Angel Piracha and I will be continuing the discussion about the elements of a positive culture. So the seventh element of a positive culture is the appreciation and recognition. So this element has a very big impact when establishing a welcoming and favorable classroom or environment because appreciation and recognition is a very big help when a teacher wants to help a student to boost their confidence. So when a teacher appreciate or recognize a student's effort, then the students will be inspired to do better in their academics because they will feel that their efforts are appreciated and valued, that their efforts are worth it. So that's why recognition and appreciation is very important. That's why when a teacher appreciates and recognizes students' effort, then that is very helpful. So there is a quote that it also serves as a reminder to teachers that teachers should not limit their appreciations and recognition because the quote says that you are not made last when you praise others. Instead, you became magnanimous. So the point of the quote is that teachers should not limit or dapat dili lang kanang gamay ra ang ilahang i-praise nga student. Instead, dapat kanang i-praise gyud og i-recognize, i-appreciate gyud sa teachers ang efforts or mga works sa students because when a teacher appreciate or recognize a student's effort, then that is a very big help to students, especially to students that are struggling. So, because the problem in this society is that our eyes are so quick to see the negative things or the bad things that a student have done, and we were blinded to see the positive ones that they have done. So teachers should not be blinded. Teachers should be open to everyone and should be appreciable. Dapat kanang dili pud taas og standard ang teachers. Dapat mas, even though daghan naay sayop or naay need pa nga do more ang student, dapat iya gyud hatagan og appreciation because that will make the students that will help to make the students to be inspired and motivated to do better in their academics. So that is the seventh element of a positive culture. So the next element of a positive culture is the caring, celebration, and humor. So this element points out that a student doesn't care or will not listen, or a student will not care about what you know until they will feel that you care for them. Kakuan man ang mag-discuss ang teacher and ang student is dili maminaw and then baliwalaon na sa teacher, then in that case, if baliwalaon na sila sa teacher, then they won't listen good because they feel that their teacher doesn't care if naminaw sila or wala. So it is very important that the teacher will show that they care if their students are listening or not, because that will also make the students to listen to them. Because if a student feel that their teacher care about them, then they will listen to their teachers. And also, according to Erin Green of Boys Town, when kids are tough with a proactive, praise heavy approach, they tend to do better. But diba, if you praise or if you appreciate students' effort, then they will feel better. They will be motivated to do better. But it is not helpful daw if we will just say or if a teacher will just say good job, job well done, good work. It is not helpful daw to students. We should be, or a teacher should be specific daw kuno kung unsa iyahang na-appreciate sa student. For example, thank you or good job, you did well, thank you for respecting our visitors. So we should, or a teacher should be specific about what she or he appreciate about the student. Or another example is, good job, you did a good work in your research, kanang nindot imong pagkahimo, or an activity, an artwork, moingon nga good job, nice imong artwork, it's so pretty, nag-show yun na represent yun nimo ang message na imong gusto isulti. So that is what a student needs daw kuno. So that is more effective if specific ang appreciation nga ikuan sa teacher, dili lang mo nga good job, good work, and ana. So that is the caring, celebration, and humor. Next element of a positive culture is the involvement in decision making. So this element points out that students, especially those students who are concerned in decision making, should be involved when there are problems in the classroom that need to be solved, or there are decisions to be made in the classroom. Because when a student is involved in decision making, then it will help them enhance their sense of ownership, and it will make the student feel that they are important, that they are valued, and their opinions matter. So it can also help build the confidence of a student when they are involved in decision making. So when there are decisions to be made in the classroom, then dapat tanan sila nga paminawon, or all students should have the chance to share their opinions. Dili lang kay usa ka student or ang teacher or ang president sa classroom lang ang mag-decide sa decision. For example, if naamoy party and then you need to come up kung unsa ang inyuhang tema, then dira na musod ang kanang magbotar-botar mo, magboto-boto mo kung unsa nga tema ang inyuhang buhaton. Dira na mo magamit ang meetings. So dili lang kay ang teacher or ang president lang ang mag-decide kung unsa ang tema ninyo sa party. So again, every student should have the chance to share their opinions or their ideas. Every student should be involved in making decisions, because it will help them enhance their sense of ownership, and they will feel that they are valued and appreciated. The next element of a positive culture is the protection of what is important. So this element points out that when there is something important in your school, then as a student, you must follow and obey that importance. For example, an advocacy. So, your school, for example, your school is advocating about cleanliness and saving Mother Earth. Then, as a student of that school, then you must follow that advocacy. You must also help the school promote that advocacy. Dili kay imuhang school is nag-promote about cleanliness, but then ikaw nga student ana nga school is magpataka lang kaglabay og mga basura. So as a student of that school that has an advocacy about cleanliness, then you should follow that advocacy. Dapat ikaw pod mag-follow nga kanang sa limpyo, maginana dili ka magpataka pod og labay. So because in this element, the protection of important states that what school consider important must form part of their tradition and must be protected by all means. So by all means daw kuno, bisan pag unsa nga problems or mga babag nga kuan sa imuha ang mo abot, dapat imong i-prioritize or imo gid nang pilion nga i-promote or sundon ang mga importance sa school, like mga balaod or mga advocacy sa imuhang school. So that is the protection of what is important. So the next element of a positive culture is the tradition. So a school must have an intentional culture-based program on shared values, beliefs, and behaviors, because these shared beliefs and values and behaviors can strengthen the sense of community, because we can't say that a school has a positive culture if kanang wala lang siya mga gangs or kanang mga violence sa school. Dili ta kaingon nga positive na siya kung wala inana. Dapat kung wala inana, makaingon lang pud ta nga positive ang culture sa eskwelahan if walay violence, walay gangs, and naa ang present sa set of norms and values nga mao'y gifokusan sa attention sa school community. So, for example, kanang friendly school or no bullying nga eskwelahan, kanang naa sila advocacy sa cleanliness and environment friendly. So that are some examples of kanang norms or values sa school nga dira dapat ma-focus ang attention sa mga students. So by that, naa sila'y common purpose sa eskwelahan, na sila'y same goals sa eskwelahan, that is to be environment friendly and to avoid bullying in the school. So that is an example of traditions. And the last element of a positive culture is the honest and open communication. So this element focuses on the right of a student to share his or her ideas and opinions about something. So this element focuses that every student should have the chance to share their ideas, to share their thoughts or opinions about something that they are talking about, they are discussing about. So the agreement at every discussion is agree to disagree. So dapat each student should have the right to speak their opinions, to share their thoughts about something. Dili lang kay go with the flow or okay, sige, mao man kaha. Dili lang dapat do kunin ana. Dapat every student should have the right to speak without judgment do kuno. Dapat open ang tanan. Dili lang kay usaray pwede mo storya, ang presidente pwede mo storya, ang teacher pwede mo storya, or katulang mga officers ang pwede mo storya. Dapat tanan student nga naa sa classroom ang pwede maka-share sa ilahang ideas and thoughts. So that is the open and honest communication. So the agreement in this kanang level element is that agree to disagree. So dili na pud na musod ang kanang mag-vote sa majority, kanang majority wins, diba? So kung asay gipaboran sa daghan, then mao ang inyong i-follow. So at least every students or naay daghan students nga ning participate og ning hatag silang opinions and didto nag-vote kung unsay ganahan sa uban. Dili lang kay usa ra ka tawo ang nagpili or nag-decide kung unsa ang ilahang buhaton. So that is the honest and open communication. Let's talk about shared norms of teachers and students. So, shared norms for both teachers and students can contribute to a positive school culture. So, according to Boss and Leader 2018, if there are shared norms between teachers and students, then it can lead to an engaging and welcoming environment or school culture. So, it is very important na kuno if naay mga behaviors or mga norms and values nga kanang nagfollow ang teachers and students at the same time. So, that can contribute in developing or establishing a positive school culture. So, there are sets of norms for students and norms for teachers. So let's talk about the teacher norms. So the first teacher norm is the teach in different ways. So as a teacher, we should know the different ways in teaching because students have diverse and different ways in learning. Dili lang kay kanang usara gyud na sila og way to learn. Naay uban nga there are students who are most effective or they can learn more when they have someone to study, like collaborative learning, or mas makalearn sila if self-study, or mas makalearn sila if naa ang teacher mag-discuss. So, students have different learning ways, effective learning ways. So, that's why as a teacher, we should be open, we should be wide, and we should be diverse. Nga dapat makater nato ang different learning ways sa atong students. Dili lang kay kanang pure discussion lang ta permanently, then maglingkod lang ang mga students nato because dili tanan is effective nga makalearn ana nga setup or in ana na ways because there are students nga mas makalearn pa if kanang ma-engage gyud sila og maayo, and engaging your students is very important pod because it establish relationship with their fellow students, with their classmates, and it can help also pod to boost their confidence and to help them communicate. So that is the teach in different ways. So the second one is call students by their names. So murag lain man gyud no kung ang tawag nimo sa imong student is huy, day, dong, di ba lain man. So dapat as a teacher, professional man ta, so dapat tawagon gyud nato sa ilahangan ang mga students. Kung dili man sila ang first name, then sa family name nila. And the third norm of the third teacher norm is the care about students' feelings. So if sa number 2, di ba, call students by their name, if tawagon nimo sila huy, then wala na ka nag-care sa ilahang ma-feel, di ba? Kung ihoy ka kay murag malain ka, wala na daday ka nga kay ihoy naman ko. So that is also kuan sa care about students' feelings. And for example, kanang if makabantay ka nga among student is dili okay, tapos imo pag yung kasaban, so nasamutan na nimo. So dapat pod as a teacher maging observant ka sa imuhang students because we don't know what they are going through in their families or in their personal lives pod. So understand their situations, po na siya ang gikuan sa care about their feelings. So what if they ay kanang namatay sa iyang family member? So as a teacher, you should be observant and understanding pod sa imuhang mga students. Dili lang kay kanang ang student perminti magsabot sa imuha. So give and take ganun kay because we are all human beings and we have feelings, masakitan ta or maka-feel tag different emotions. And the fourth norm of a teacher, or the teacher norm, the fourth teacher norm is have a good attitude. So under this is stay calm, use kind words, have patience, and greet students and say goodbyes. Say goodbye. So, di ba kanang ang teacher kay igsod sa classroom kay mo good morning class, then if mo gawas goodbye class. And as a teacher, we should always be calm and have patience because kanang it is very important kay lisod mag makastorya tag sakit sa students, and use kind words, because if di ba kanang bisag sa photo na ang teacher is kanang mapugong-pugong gyud na sila, because it is very important that a teacher should stay calm, kay if masuko na magpadala na siya sa iyang emotions, din magsunod-sunod na nga mawad-an siya pasensya, din makasulti na siya og dili maayo. So that's why it is very important for the teacher to have a good attitude and taas nga pasensya. So the next one, so the fifth teacher norm is help students understand. So as a teacher, it is our job to teach the children and to help them understand the lesson. It is our job to explain the lesson to our students para masabtan nila and ma-learn nila. So, to help the students understand, we should work at a reasonable pace. So, if mag-discuss ta og lesson, dapat dili ta paspas kaayo or dili pud ta hinay, dapat sakto lang. Kay if ang paspas ra kay ta mag-discuss, ang tendency ana is dili makaka-catch up atong students and maglisod sila og sabot. And if hinay ra pud kaayo or langay yaya ra pud kayo ang pag-discuss na to, then ang tendency ana is laaya na ang student and mawala na sa lesson or sa discussion ang ilahang attention. And another way to help the students understand is explain clearly. So as a teacher, it is our job to master the lessons that we are going to explain or to discuss to the class, diba? So as a teacher, we should have the knowledge about the lesson, kay in case nga there are questions, then we can answer them and we can clarify things nga nalibgan sa students. And another is support different learning styles. So naano ni siya sa first norm katong teach in different ways. So again, because students have different ways in learning, so as a teacher we should know the different ways in teaching para makater na to ang ato tanang students ang ilahang differences para effective po ang ato ang pagtudlo. So another one is expect the best, and the next one is re-explain if necessary. So di ba at the end of the lesson or kada na part sa lesson is nagyo na mo yung teacher nga nakasabot ra mo class or any questions. So if na mo yung nga kanang wa ko ni sabtan ma'am, wa ko kasabot ani ma'am, then as a teacher it is your job to re-explain that part or that lesson nga wala niya nasabtan sa imong student, because again as a teacher it is our job nga ipasabot sa atong mga estudyante ang lesson. So the next one, the sixth norm of the sixth teacher norm is attend school the majority of the time. So as a teacher, dapat yun present ka permanente, di kay absent ka. Yung mga students, present na niya, ikaw absent. So, unsaon man nila pagka-learn kung wala ang teacher. So, as a teacher, we should always attend the class. Except na lang kung na yung mga emergency or on leave ta. Pero, kasagaran man sa teachers, di ba, if mag-leave sila, then magpa-makeup class sila para makover ang days nga wala sila and ang mga lesson is maapas pa nila. So, that is the teacher norms. And I will pass the floor to Miss Giselle to continue the discussion. Thank you.
To continue the discussion about teacher norms, we have number 6, attend school the majority of time. This is to ensure that teachers are consistently present to provide instruction, support, and guidance to their students. Next, teacher must be respectful. Teacher must give everyone what they need. Address the diverse needs of their student, whether it's academic support, emotional support, or special accommodations. Another one is teacher must use proper language. Maintaining professionalism in language sets a positive example for students and creates a respectful classroom environment. We also have allow space if needed. Respecting students' personal space and boundaries is essential for creating a safe and comfortable learning environment. Also, we have use supportive words when explaining. Providing encouragement and constructive feedback helps students feel valued and motivated to learn. Another one is call your name. Addressing students by their names shows respect and acknowledgement of their own individuals' identities. And last, we have a growth mindset. Teachers must have a growth mindset believing in their ability to improve and adapt, sets a powerful example for students. Teacher must also encourage students to be resilient and to learn continuously for them to succeed. So let's proceed to the students' norm. Have a growth mindset. In order to have a growth mindset, we need to believe that we can improve. As a students, we must encourage ourselves to believe our own capacity to learn and grow, foster resilience and a willingness to embrace challenges. Another one is we must know how to fail forward. Students must view their mistakes as opportunities to learn, as they say that we can't learn without having mistakes or failures. Next is we need to keep trying. Persistence and perseverance are key components of a growth mindset. Students must encourage themselves to keep on going even when faced with obstacles. And lastly, in order to have a growth mindset, we need to speak positively about your abilities to learn. Encouraging positive self-talk reinforces students' belief in their capacity to succeed and foster a growth-oriented mindset. Number 2 is call classmates by their names. Using classmates' names promotes a sense of belonging and respect within the classroom community, fostering positive relationships among peers. Number 3 is be responsible for your work. Have materials made ready. Being prepared with necessary materials demonstrates responsibility and readiness to engage in learning. Next is advocate for yourself. Students must speak up for their needs, foster autonomy and self-advocacy skills. Students must be professional. Teaching students professionalism prepares them for future endeavors and fosters respect for themselves and others. Meet deadlines. Cultivating a sense of responsibility for meeting deadlines helps students develop time management skills and accountability. Students must participate. Active participation in class promotes engagement, critical thinking, and collaborative learning. And lastly, in order to be responsible for your work, you need to be on time to class. It shows how responsible the students, and it also shows punctuality, demonstrates respect for teacher, classmates, and the learning process. Okay, we have number 4, listen. Listen to the teacher. Active listening to the teacher promotes understanding, respect, and effective communication. Another one is we need to listen our classmates. Listening to peer fosters empathy, collaboration, and a supportive classroom community. Next is we need to listen to guests. Showing respect and attentiveness to the speakers or presenters demonstrates courtesy and appreciation for diverse perspectives. Lastly is we need to listen to the direction. Following directions attentively is crucial for effective learning and classroom management. Number 5. Attend school the majority of the time. Regular attendance is vital for students to fully engage in the learning process, build consistency, and develop good habits for future success. Number 6. Be a good team player. In order to be a good team player, we need to provide good and helpful feedbacks. Providing good and helpful feedbacks can contribute to the growth and improvement of both individuals and the team as a whole. Next is stay calm. Stay calm can make the students solve problems and collaborate effectively. Next is encourage others. Offering encouragement and support to teammates fosters a positive and inclusive team environment. Also, we need to stay on task. Staying focused on the task and at hand promotes productivity and ensures that team efforts are aligned with goals. Next is be considerate. Being mindful of others' perspectives, needs, and feelings fosters empathy, cooperation, and mutual respect within the team. Another one is we need to use proper knowledge. Applying relevant knowledge and skills contributes to the team's effectiveness and success. Lastly, communicate clearly to students and teachers. Clear communication ensures that everyone is informed, understands expectations, and can effectively collaborate towards shared goals.
Creating a positive school culture is essential for fostering an environment where students feel supported, engaged, and motivated to learn. It involves building strong relationships, promoting inclusivity, fostering a sense of belonging, and providing opportunities for students' voice and leadership. A positive school culture not only enhances academic achievement but also promotes social and emotional well being among students and staff, ultimately contributing to a thriving learning community. And that's all for our topic. Hope you learned something. Thank you and God bless.